Alright, buckle up because today we're talking about a drone that doesn't even officially exist yet, but already has people buzzing, the DJI Neo 2. DJI just dropped the Neo, a tiny drone with some big ideas, but like always with DJI, the second a product launches, the community starts asking, okay, cool, but what's next? And oh boy, the rumors and wish lists for a Neo 2 are already piling up. So let's break this down like we do here in Tech Court, what DJI nailed with the Neo, where they fell short, and what a Neo 2 would need to really shake the industry. First up, the Neo itself. It's basically DJI's way of going after entry-level pilots with something lightweight, affordable, and fun. Think of it like the gateway drone, but here's the catch. While it's cute, it's not really competing with the mini line or the higher end FPV drones. It's almost in its own category. Great for beginners, but limited for creators who want that professional edge. That's why a Neo 2 makes so much sense. If DJI can take what worked, the small size, the portability, the simplicity, and then pack in just a little more pro DNA, they could be looking at their next bestseller. Now let's talk upgrades. Everyone's shouting for a better camera. The Neo has a tiny sensor that works fine for casual flights, but a Neo 2 would need at least a 1.3 inch sensor, maybe even closer to the Mini 3 Pro's level to really be taken seriously by content creators. We're talking crisp 4K at 60 frames per second minimum, maybe even 120 for those buttery slow-mo shots. And vertical shooting. It's 2025. If DJI doesn't give vertical video support, they're leaving half the audience behind. Flight time is another big one. The Neo gets by with short flights, but a Neo 2 should stretch closer to 30 minutes, if not more. That would instantly move it from toy territory into real travel companion status. And let's not forget smart features. The current Neo is fun, but a Neo 2 needs proper active track, master shots, and maybe even a stripped-down version of obstacle avoidance. Give beginners the safety net, and you've got a product parents would actually trust buying for their kids. Design-wise, DJI could keep it under 250 grams. That's the sweet spot because it avoids a ton of regulations worldwide. But imagine if they refined the body, gave it a sleeker gimbal, maybe even foldable arms like the Mini. Oh, and color options. Because not everyone wants another gray drone. A splash of personality could go a long way in this category. Pricing is the tricky part. The Neo launched cheap, but if DJI starts stuffing in these upgrades, a Neo 2 would probably land somewhere between $500 and $600. That puts it dangerously close to the Mini 3 Pro territory, which is why DJI would need to be careful not to cannibalize their own lineup. But honestly, DJI has done this before. Look at how they overlap their Mini and Air series. If the Neo 2 is positioned right, it could dominate the beginner to mid-range market. So, will we actually see a Neo 2? DJI hasn't hinted at it yet, but history tells us it's almost guaranteed. They iterate fast, they love refining their products, and the market for small, creator-friendly drones is hotter than ever. My take? DJI Neo 2 could be the drone that finally bridges the gap between fun toy and serious tool. What do you think? Would you buy a Neo 2 if it had these upgrades? Or do you think DJI should just stick to the Mini lineup? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and as always, if you want more gadgets put on trial, you know where to find me, right here in Tech Court.